Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Practical Stitches. My name is Sherry and I'm going to be talking about steps on creating a wardrobe that you will love to wear. They're simple steps. Some of my viewers asked me to do this video, and lately I have been struggling in going into my closet and finding something that is suitable for me to wear. So this video is timely. I have experienced some changes. My size has changed and some of my lifestyle has changed. So my wardrobe is lacking in many areas. And I just want to change my look. Sometimes you just want to do that, like t-shirt and jeans just doesn't always cut it. This video is how I am going to approach creating a wardrobe that I really want to wear. And I think if you follow these few steps, it will help you curate your wardrobe, because it can be overwhelming, especially if you wake up one morning and nothing seems to fit anymore, which is where I'm at right now. And I'm just going to say right now, I am obviously not a stylist or an expert of any kind in this field. And there's lots of videos out there about this. These are just some of the things that I have learned or I find doesn't make it overwhelming and doesn't make it hard. I always say don't make it hard. and I'm just a person who enjoys making their own clothes. So this is how I'm going to manage or expand my existing wardrobe. And a lot of videos now are about capsule wardrobes, which seems to be what everybody is talking about, which I think is a way to keep it from being overwhelming instead of saying I need everything. So this is not what this is about. This is not about capsule wardrobes, although you can apply this to these few simple steps very easily. And I will tell you in the video where this can be applied. So I've read this book and I borrowed it from the library. It's fairly current. It was published in 2023 and it's called Style for Everybody, A Guide to Curating Your Essential Wardrobe by Kim, and I know I'm going to not say this correctly, Appelt, Kim Appelt. I believe she has an Instagram account, possibly. I don't know. You should check her out. I'll leave the link to her book that I read below. It's a very quick read. It's not like a novel or anything. And it has some very useful information. And I learned a few things. I never thought that shoes and bags would be specific to your body type. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And the book breaks down shapes. It talks about a color palette and maybe 4 or 5 different basic styles that are quite common. Everything in this video is going to be directly from this book either. It's just a good reference if you want to learn more about body shapes and specific styles. So here, we're going to get right into it. These are the 3 questions you need to ask yourself before we get started. And this one I found to be an interesting question, and it's just a different way to look at your wardrobe and how you get dressed in the morning, is what kind of impression do you want to make? So it's not about what do people think of what you look like, it's about what kind of impression you want to make with your wardrobe, with what you're wearing. And or you could, if that question bugs you, you could say, what does your wardrobe say about you? What do you want to reflect? And if you're under the impression that people don't judge you by what you wear, you're on the wrong planet, because whether you care or not is something different altogether, but it's going to happen no matter what. So that's not the question. It's what kind of impression do you want to make with your wardrobe? And I just think that's interesting. Like, do you want the impression do you want to make? Do you want to be really fun? Like you wear a lot of really bright colors, and I don't know, you always wear dresses. I don't know, are dresses fun? It's just a different way to think about how you get dressed. Like if you were going to a job interview, you would definitely stick with some specific rules. Like you might wear a navy suit, or you're going to dress to the way the people that work there wear the clothes that they wear, because you're going to want to look like you fit in, or you want to make a good impression. So I just thought that was an interesting question to ask yourself. That is the first question. What does your wardrobe say about you? And it's a good place to start. So as I talk you through this, there's going to be pictures coming up that I picked out from Pinterest when I'm trying to figure out what style camp I'm in. So, or maybe I like the color, maybe I like the design, or there's something about it that I like. So there will be pictures popping up. So the second one is, what is your shape? Now, there's like 5 or 6 different shapes. There's circle, there's hourglass, there's inverted triangle, rectangle, triangular pear, and diamond. Now I believe that I am currently a rectangle because all my measurements are pretty much the same all the way down. Now normally someone who is a rectangle is athletic, and I definitely do not fall in that camp currently, but all my measurements are pretty much the same. So I'm either, I believe I'm a rectangle, but maybe I'm also a pear. I'm not really sure. There's only like 2 inches difference between, and I'm sure if I measured my shoulders and measured my hip, they would probably be the same, like if I measured across here. And I can't find anything more specific about a rectangle. Now, all the other ones is very specific about your measurements of what place you would fit. Your shape. That's an easy way to figure out your shape, is to take your measurements, and you can look on Pinterest or Google about what a circle is, what an hourglass is, an inverted triangle, rectangle, a pear shape, or a diamond shape. And it's just an easier way to find out what looks good on your shape. And you can also Google a model or a famous person that is one of those shapes and see what they wear as well, to see what looks good on them. That's a good idea. If you're unsure, you can Google people that are an example of that shape so you can figure it out. And this is to help you dress more confidently. So once you know the impression you want to make, however important you think that is, and once you know your shape, the third thing is, what is your style? Now, this might be the hardest part of the whole thing. So that is why I've been on Pinterest making boards and saving pictures. You can do it on Instagram, you can do it on Google. You can just type in summer outfits and save the ones that you really like, and then figure out what style you are. You can do it that way. But there are 54 types of style. And some, when you Google that question, how many style types there are, sometimes they say there's more. And I think the fashion industry just invents new ones. But there's some pretty basic ones. So if you're not, it just helps you pick out things and then you know what looks good on you when you're picking out a pattern. So I've just saved images of clothes that I like, and I'm not really concerned about the actual name of the style that I'm in, but you only need 2 or 3, like, to have a wardrobe that is going to work. So out of the 54 types, there must be one that you like. The most common ones are boho, casual, edgy, preppy, classic, sporty. And then there's different levels to those. And those are the ones that are covered in the book. So if you are interested in looking at the book, so it's all written out for you, boho, casual, they call it edgy and or grunge, preppy and or classic, because I guess there's different levels of it, and sporty. Those are the ones that are covered in the book that I previously mentioned. And just look them up on Pinterest or Google. So once you have these 3 questions kind of nailed down, and you have some pictures, and you kind of know what you want to do, this is like, you know your shape, you know your style, you know what looks good on you. Then make a list. So this is number 4. This is my thing, is think about the things that you do over the course of a month, or you can do it over a year if you like, is list all your activities. Now, this will help you figure out where your wardrobe is lacking, or maybe you have a closet full of dresses, but you don't feel like you have anything to wear. List your activities in the order of how many hours you spend doing these activities. So usually it's work, sleep. You're supposed to get like 6 hours of sleep or more. Depends. Some people are probably saying, I wish. Anyway, obviously sleep. So if you wear pajamas or whatever, you're supposed to sleep every day. And some form of work, like either you work full-time, maybe you work part-time, your activities, or you can just do it in your head, because I don't know. I don't have that many activities right now. But list your activities in the order of how many hours you do them. So most people work like full-time or part-time, or maybe you live on a farm and you have to do chores every day. That's your work. So you can use, so work, chores, sleep. Do you wear pajamas to bed? Maybe you only like to wear a certain type of pajamas. How many pairs or how many nightshirts do you have? Or list your activities in order of how often you're going to need clothes to wear to that activity. So if you go to work every day, do you wear a uniform? Maybe you only need uniform clothes to wear to work, or you might have a cardigan that you can wear. Or list the types of clothes that you need to wear to work. Sleep. Maybe you have special chores that you have to do, and you come home from work and you change your clothes and put on scruffy clothes so you can do your chores. Perhaps you work out every day, or maybe you walk every day. Do you wear special clothes for that? Like maybe you need a raincoat or etc. Like, is your workout outside? Is it inside? And you should probably keep track of shoes and things as well. Like, do you have sandals for the summer? Like, these are all things that are part of your wardrobe. Maybe you go to yoga once a week and you have a special outfit that you wear to that, or things like that. Meetings, charity work. Do you go to some sort of special event? Maybe there's an annual gala dinner that you go to and you need special dress to wear to that. Or maybe you have a date night, you hope, once a week, or I don't know how that works, but date night or some sort of event. Maybe you meet your girlfriends once in a while for dinner. Maybe you'd like to have special outfits to wear to that. And then normally, if you're invited to a special occasion, you usually know about that in advance. So, such as a wedding. If you know you're going to a wedding this year, you know that you're going to need something specific to wear to that event. Do you go on vacation somewhere? Travel could be a possibility for one of your activities. And whether you travel, maybe you go skiing every year, maybe you go to the beach, or maybe you go to the cottage in the summer, or list your activities, because you have to wear clothes to them. And you will know, do I have something to wear to all these events? And do I need something for this? Or maybe I only have... It's a way to narrow down what you need in your wardrobe. And this is also where you can apply your capsule to your wardrobe. So I think this is an important thing, because some people think, well, I need to make a capsule wardrobe. But if you don't know what you're making it for, like, you're making it for yourself, but if you don't know where you're wearing it to, that can make a difference of what you're going to wear. So this is after you list your activities, and maybe you only need a wardrobe for travel, or you don't have enough clothes to go to a wedding, or I don't know. I currently need clothes for everything, but this is where you can add your capsule wardrobe if that is something that you're interested in doing, and that can help you not be overwhelmed by the whole process. So another thing that is mentioned in the book is to have a color palette. Now, some people might find this difficult, is to have a color palette. Personally, I myself like neutrals, so I don't find I have a hard time in matching anything because most of the colors I like are already neutrals, so everything goes together. So, such as gray is a very popular color for the fashion industry, I guess, this year. So for the summer, I guess, so that's a neutral. So any color would go with that. So if you want to wear colored tops closer to your face and just wear gray pants or gray jeans, or I don't know. But those are some ideas. So Kim in her book says you need to have a color palette of 4 or 5 colors and that your whole entire wardrobe needs to be this color. I personally myself like to have neutral pants, and then that way it doesn't really matter what color the top is. Or I have, like, maybe my jackets are generally a neutral color, and that way they go with almost anything in my wardrobe. That is her suggestion. My personal so like I said before, I'm not an expert, and I'm definitely not an expert in color, but it's something to think about. So the next time you pick up a pattern, ask yourself, does it suit your body type? But once you know your body type, it becomes pretty clear what styles of clothes you should wear. So if you love and feel incredible in what you're wearing, you're going to look fabulous. And that is the ultimate goal, is what you want to accomplish when you get dressed in the morning. And lately I don't feel that way because a lot of my clothes are getting really ratty, and I'm just kind of struggling with what looks good on me. So this is what I'm going to do, or I'm going to try to do, and I hope this inspires you and helps you think about what you wear and why. And that is all I have for you this week. Till next time.